Hello folks, my name's Lee Townsend and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be re-recording for the third time a video that I've been meaning to make for quite some time, and that is my pedalboard rebuild video. And those of you who have been subscribed for a while will know that my pedalboard pretty much hasn't changed for the last 12 or 13 years, apart from the addition of the RC500 by Boss, which replaced the RC30 a couple of years ago now. But apart from that, the board stayed the same. My solo pedal board, that is, stayed the same pretty much throughout. And I've been meaning to do a kind of update to that board for quite some time. And one of the reasons that I chose sort of this month to do it was that I was contacted by a company called Joyo, and they kindly sent me some new gear, namely a few new pedals, this Atmosphere pedal which does reverb and delay, this EQ pedal which is already in the new board, and this octave pedal. And they also sent me the board itself because they've got a sister company called Gitto, and they make the actual pedal board along with another couple of bits. And yeah, they very kindly sent this stuff over to me, which I get to keep. So I guess this video is sponsored by Joyo, but they haven't told me what to say about any of this stuff, and I'm kind of happy that I never released the video that I made when I was sort of rebuilding this board and putting the pedals on and doing the layout and stuff, because after using this board for the last week, there's a couple of things that I want to change about it. So I thought I'd jump on and make this video. And honestly, the initial video was a little bit boring. As I was editing, I was thinking, I'm not feeling this video at all, so I just didn't post it. So I'm going to finally get it out today, and there's a couple of layout issues that I need to address here. Namely, when I was building this board, I overlooked the fact that I need to plug a microphone into the RC500, and this EQ pedal used to sit here, and it doesn't leave space there for the cable to go in, the XLR cable for the microphone. So I'm going to have to move that. So somewhere here I have the Allen key which undoes these clamps. So I'm going to just undo these, and this will show you how easy it is to move the pedals around on this board. It's very, very cool. Let me just undo these things a minute because I'm going to have to reroute the cabling a little bit. So these little clamps are really nicely designed. I'm going to delete. I'm going to remove this one and pop it up there so that I can move the pedal up the top. But hopefully you should be able to see there how quick it is to move these things around. And I'll do a little close up here so you can see exactly how they look. So pulling that one out, you've got this. Let me see if I can get this to focus up here. Probably not, because it doesn't like to focus very much. Right. Hopefully you can see you've got like a screw that goes through this. In fact, I'll get a new one so that you can see a little bit better. I do have them knocking around somewhere. Where are those bits? They're on the floor. Sorry, I will try not to waffle too much in this video. They tend to end up really long, which is another reason that I didn't post the last video. So you've got these little clamp things, and then you've got a funny shaped nut and a bolt which go through the middle of it. And as you start to turn the bolt, the nut kind of flips round and latches into these grooves. There's like like rails. So it's a really cool design, and it's a quick design to kind of get your layout. So I need my output to be plugged in there. That should reach up there actually. That's fine. So I'm going to put that pedal up there, which will be staying in. I've not actually really used this pedal yet very much, so I can't really give a decent review on it just yet. I can say that it looks awesome at night with all the LEDs lit up. It looks so cool, this board with these pedals on. So yeah, that was one of the things I needed to address anyway, was that. And also, this particular pedal wasn't very tightly fitted to this board. For some reason I was able to move it quite easily. The rest of them are absolutely bolted down, so you can actually pick the entire board up with these, which was a worry at first with these things. I thought, how well is that really going to grip the side of the pedal? But honestly, even with 3 of them on there now, I've put it on properly, It's really quite sturdy. I could pick the whole board up, the weight of the whole board, just by picking one pedal up. So it doesn't really need to be any stronger than that, does it? So yeah, you just push it in towards the pedal itself and then screw down, and you get that. Yeah, that's proper secure on there now. I reckon I could probably... No, that's okay. So yeah, I've got a bit of space now to put that XLR lead in there. So what I've done here, by the way, I'm just trying to remember, because the previous videos that I've already recorded, obviously you haven't seen, so I need to make sure that I go over all the important stuff. So to power these pedals, I've nicked the power supply. It's like a daisy chain power supply from the BCB60, which I used to use, which is the plastic Boss board, which has been really good. The only problem is it's not very flexible with layout. You have to have like blocks of 2, and the RC500 takes up one of those blocks of 2, so it has to go either in the middle or at one of the sides. It can't sort of go in between. I'll kind of show you what I mean. So that's the board, which I'm dropping bits of everywhere, but you can see how the cutouts are. So the one in the middle was always for the RC500, but I couldn't put that here, for example, because this is one panel, the middle bit's one panel, and that is one panel. So I couldn't have one pedal at the side and then the loop pedal. And the other thing was, there was no space left for the FS5U. And on this new board, the FS5U can actually go in the board itself, which just makes a lot more sense. So another one of the things that I wanted to talk about on this board is, for my use case for an octave pedal, and for context, I use an octave pedal alongside the loop station to create the illusion of a band. So I'll use hitting the bridge of the guitar as a kick drum, muting the strings and strumming as a snare drum, hi-hats into the mic with a t-t-t sound, and then I like to add chord progressions, melodies, whatever, using the vocals or the guitar, and then a bass line with the octave pedal. For my use case, I'm not that hot on this octave pedal, and the reason being, it's very kind of digital sounding, and it's got this kind of metallic sound to it. I don't really know if that's explaining it very well. And also there's an audible delay when you're having the dry sound completely dialed out. So I only want to hear the wet sub sound out of this, and there's a proper audible delay from me playing the note to it actually activating within the pedal. So I think this pedal will be really, really good for things like, if you're looking for that Jack White White Stripes sound, you know that song, dee 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 doo, dee 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 doo, whatever that one's called, White Orchid I think it's called, something like that. It'll be really, really good for that. But for my use case, this pedal, yeah, it's not cutting it for me, unfortunately. So I must remember to just plug this back in while I'm waffling on as well, just because I don't want to get to the next gig and think, why is my pedal board not working? Where does that plug in? There we go. Plugs into the end. So unfortunately, I'm going to switch this octave pedal by Joyo out and replace it once more with the Super Octave OC3 by Boss, and honestly, it's not that I don't like this pedal. The way these pedals look are really cool with the LEDs, but it's not all about looks, and it has to be said that for what I need it for, the OC3 just does a better job. So I probably, because I've got no use for this, because I don't use an octave pedal in my electric set, I'll probably do a giveaway for this. So if anybody's interested in winning this pedal, and I'll send it out to you, drop a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll figure out a way to run some kind of giveaway for you. The channel recently hit 14,000 subscribers, which is really cool as well. So thank you to anyone who subscribes to this channel. If you haven't done that already, I recommend that you do so to get alerts when I upload new videos and do things like giveaways and that, because I want to do more of that kind of thing here on the channel. So yeah, do that if you feel like you're into that kind of thing. You're into winning free stuff. I know I'm into winning free stuff. So I'm going to clip this down. Let's just shove that in there. Yeah, the way that this is so easy to add and remove pedals is cool without having to stick Velcro to the bottom of these pedals as well, because it's, you know, I don't mind the idea of putting Velcro on the pedals. They're just a tool to do a job, aren't they, at the end of the day? I'm not too precious about them, but yeah, it's nice to be able to, I mean, look at that, in no time, that's so sturdy in there. So yeah, it turns out I'm actually only using the EQ pedal that they sent me. I've the atmosphere pedal. Actually, a buddy of mine wants to borrow this. He's a I don't even know what you'd call the style of music that he does, but he writes and records his own stuff, mainly on Instagram and TikTok. He's not really on the YouTube thing, but he wants to try this out, so I'm going to lend it to him and see what he thinks. Maybe I'll drag him onto the channel when he's had a bit of a play with it at some point. But yeah, that's the new board. I'm really happy with the layout now that I've got the space for this microphone cable. What I do need to do is hide these spare powers away. That's what I was going to go over as well. The way that I'm doing the power thing, I nicked the power supply out of the BCB60, and luckily for me, the Boss TU2 tuner has a power out as well as a power in. So when I power this board up, I can just plug into the power in, and then the tuner allows me to daisy chain to all the other pedals. So somewhere I have a, where is it, where I put it, I've got a power cable there, look. So I plug into there, to the TU2, and everything is powered up, look. Octave pedals powered, RC500's powered, the EQ pedal by Joyo is powered, got power to my EQ, power to my reverb. It's just a really cool thing, man. I'm digging it. So I do appreciate Boss including that onto this tuner. It's a really cool idea. They've obviously thought of everything. But yeah, thank you Joyo as well for sponsoring this video, sending me this gear, this pedal board. I'm really happy with the way the actual board itself works. It's also got these cool little things that flick out to sort of raise the board up towards me a little bit. In fact, that's something I was meaning to do. Those, I believe, have been put in the wrong way round. How do they... Let me just have a quick look. In fact, that will make a very boring segment for this video, so I will do it another time when I'm not on film. But what I'm getting at is I should be able to pick this board up and flick at the sides like that, and flick these things open, but unfortunately the actual flicky things are on the inside, so it's a bit awkward. I have to reach in and flick them that way. So I want to put this one over that side and this one over that side. Sorry, you can't really see. So put this one there and that one there so that I can click and it flips open. Something else that I've noticed about this is on certain floors I've had a little bit of interference. In fact, it's probably not because of this. I reckon it's more likely because I've been sort of leaning it up on my mic stand a little bit. But yeah, I've noticed a little bit of interference. Maybe that's one of the pedals, maybe it's because the board's made of metal, but there is actually some padding on the bottom, so that shouldn't be the issue. Anyway, I'm waffling. Thanks for watching this video. Again, if you're interested in winning this Joyo octave pedal, which, although it's not great for my use case, for somebody that plays electric that wants to do some funky stuff with this, I think it'd be a really good pedal to add to your board. If you're interested in winning it, leave a comment in the comments below, and I'll come up with some kind of way of doing a giveaway in the coming week or so. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe if you've not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.